I wrote out the instructions on how to make a trough feeder out of a 4-inch PVC pipe, and I thought I would just show you at least one example of the very first prototype I made. And ta-da, there it is. Not a lot to it. But to end up with this, I'll talk you through it real quickly. I basically took a newspaper and laid it over the top and then marked my edge there on where I thought the trough should be cut out. Then I took the paper back off, and with scissors I cut around my little pattern, laid the pattern back on, and then traced around the outside of the pattern. And then I took a drill, drilled through the PVC so my reciprocating saw could get the blade through easy enough. And once that was through, I just went around and cut out my pattern. Ta-da, ta-da. Now the part that was in the center here, I ended up making the legs for the two sides out of that. So when you're cutting it, don't throw that piece away. It makes great little legs for it as well. So in addition to that, you need 2 nuts and bolts, and I basically drilled down through the center here and the center of the foot, ran the bolt through it, tightened the nut up, and ta-da, I got a cheap little trough feeder. It's a win-win because it was designed, or was destined to go to the dumpster, so at least this way I kept a little PVC out of the dumpster, and my mother has a couple of these to feed her feral cats with. So depending on the animal you would intend to feed, you may want to scale up the pipe or scale down the pipe, but for the feral cats, this worked out great. There'll be another one. This one actually, while it worked out great, my mother has more cats than I had a PVC tube here, so to keep them all happy and provide space for everybody to eat at once, I ended up making another one after this one that's about twice as long, but all the concepts were the same on it. I'll show a picture of it somewhere here on the site or in the video, and that's about it. Total cost of this was absolutely nothing to me, but a little bit of wear on the saw blade because everything was destined for the dump anyhow. But if you went to a store, 3 or 4 foot tube of PVC 4-inch pipe and a couple nuts and bolts, I can't imagine you're going to pay more than $5 for that, at least not in the stores I'm going to. So if you need to feed a lot of animals, you need to feed them on the cheap, look for you a piece of PVC pipe and whip you up one of these.